Hong Kong's Education Bureau's new 4-3 plan, eliminating special inspections and effective September, makes it harder for under-enrolled primary schools like Kwon Soon Primary, facing closure. Zero class allocation for Primary 1 to revive themselves using the school rescue scheme. The tightened criteria, including a 6-year ban on schools previously using the scheme and a mandatory 6-year private operation for any successful applicant, severely limits their options and increases the risk of closure. St. Carol's School, a West District institution for over 70 years, faced closure 2 years ago due to insufficient student enrollment, receiving 0 Primary 1 classes. While small class teaching wasn't fully implemented district-wide at the time, the school was granted a 1-year reprieve, allowed to re-enter the allocation process the following year, after which enrollment rebounded. The headmaster, Lee Wing Kai, reflecting on the near closure and subsequent recovery, expressed gratitude for the staff's dedication and acknowledges their good fortune. He described the Education Bureau's new school rescue plan as excessively stringent, noting the increased hurdles and conditions at each stage, adding that under the new rules, he would be completely at a loss if faced with the same situation today. Despite Hong Kong's government planning to reduce higher education funding, a recent Kwok-Wirelli-Simmons (QS) World University rankings by subject showed that nearly 70% of Hong Kong's ranked subjects improved, with 6 placing in the global top 10. Two Hong Kong medical schools and Hong Kong Sanatorium and Hospital received histotripsy systems for non-invasive liver cancer treatment, donated by the Li Ka-shing Foundation. However, with the University of Hong Kong's system now transferred to private hospitals like Gleneagles Hong Kong Hospital, concerns have arisen about the lack of access in the public healthcare system. The government's response emphasizes rigorous procedures for incorporating new medical technologies into public healthcare, prioritizing fairness, objectivity, and prudent use of public funds, independent of the source of donation or provision. Li Ka-shing Foundation's donation of histotripsy machines to 2 Hong Kong medical schools, intended for liver cancer treatment, has raised concerns that the devices will primarily serve 3 private hospitals. Legislator Chan Hoi Yan expressed concern about the optics, citing high private hospital fees and the potential for patients to miss out on treatment due to cost. She suggested the hospital authority explore collaborations with the private hospitals to facilitate referrals for public patients in need. A former hospital authority executive noted the authority's considerations of resources, budget, and staffing when adopting new technologies. During 2023, scaffolding erected for exterior wall repairs at the Chung Yuen Center in Sheung Wan, Hong Kong, unexpectedly revealed a double-layered terrazzo issue, halting the project. The building's owners corporation commissioned the same contractor for a second major renovation earlier this year, totaling $2 multi-million, over 30 million Hong Kong dollars each, projects within 2 years. Some owners suspect negligence in the repair arrangements, prompting a petition to the Home Affairs Department for investigation into the cause of the second project and a planned owners meeting tomorrow to hold responsible parties accountable. The Shengwan Center in Shengwan, completed in 1980, is a mixed-use commercial and residential building. Its ground floor, lower ground floor, first, and second floors comprise a shopping mall, with 2 air-conditioned rooms on the third floor. Land registry records show that 115 shops on the first floor and lower ground floor are owned by Mick Bao Limited, acquired in 1988, and 89 units encompassing the ground floor, second floor, and the third floor air-conditioned rooms are owned by Super One Company Limited. Kadoorie Farm and Botanic Garden, KFBG, announced the first confirmed sighting of an Eurasian otter at Hong Kong Wetland Park, captured on film a year after an initial sighting in Santin. The park's habitat is suitable for otters, and KFBG will analyze otter scat found there to determine if it's from the same individual seen elsewhere. Hong Kong's Civil Engineering and Development Department announced $8.5 million in funding for 3 projects under the Lantau Island Conservation Fund in 2023-24. The largest grant, approximately $4.04 million, went to the Hong Kong Birdwatching Society's Between Mountains and Sea, Shui Hao Nature Conservation Management Plan, which aims to preserve the Shui Hao wetland and farmland habitat by restoring rice paddies and other crops, thus providing crucial habitat and food sources for various bird species, including the critically endangered yellow-breasted bunting, also known as the rice bunting. Further applications are being accepted. The Kai Tak Sports Park, less than 2 weeks after its opening, is embroiled in multiple controversies, including an incident where spectators were ejected from a snooker tournament. This highlights the need for improved communication and coordination between the park's management and relevant government bodies to ensure its smooth operation. Hong Kong's Companies Registry's online search system experienced a data breach risk last April, potentially affecting 109,000 individuals, though no evidence of unauthorized access was found. According to the Privacy Commissioner's office, the office concluded no violation of the privacy ordinance occurred due to implemented safeguards, and also announced a regulatory review of departing food delivery service Deliveroo. Hong Kong police arrested 5 people, 2 Vietnamese men and 3 Hong Kong residents, in connection with at least 22 copper pipe thefts across the city, resulting in over 1 million Hong Kong dollars in losses. Two female passengers on a Cathay Pacific flight from Sapporo to Hong Kong in January were charged with common assault after a dispute over a crying child escalated into a pillow fight. The case concluded with both defendants receiving 2-year good behavior bonds for $1,500 HKD. Hong Kong's chronic disease co-management pilot scheme expands to public primary care clinics on October 28, offering preventative screenings and care to vulnerable communities. The scheme's projected 6,000 to 10,000 annual slots are expected to meet current demand, with resources allocated for training and staffing increases to enhance nurse-led screenings. Hong Kong Disneyland reported a burglary at a warehouse on its property. resulting in the theft of electronic equipment valued at approximately 3 million Hong Kong dollars. The case is under police investigation. No Disneyland employees are implicated. At least 3 suspects are in custody, with the possibility of further arrests. A recent poll by the Democratic Momentum think tank reveals that nearly half of Hong Kong citizens are dissatisfied with the Legislative Council's performance, prompting calls for improved representation in the upcoming elections. The Hong Kong government's recent budget